Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last episode, we slaughtered everyone in Crookspur and managed to break our way out. Things are good, all the slavers are dead. And Seraphin got a level up from it, which is shockingly fitting. I'll give you a point in insight, and I'll throw a point in mechanics into there. I believe this is your last level up. Area effects increase in size and more focus. Struck by a crit, he or she builds a protective barrier. Haunting chains. Death of 1,000 cuts. Hold on, what is this? I'll give you Brutal Backlash, which upgrades something, so sure. And you want another one of these freaking things. Hatchet. I'll give you a hatchet. Okay. Very good. And we have a merchant here. Honestly, we picked up a lot of loot we're not going to need.
Care to have a look right away?
So, let's take care of selling what we don't need. Which includes basically all of this. And that's all of that. I'll hold on to the Spellwright's Grimoire. Then we've got all of this loot. Then we've got... sell that. That is Gauntlets of Greater Reliability. That is actually a good thing to have. I still haven't given Helm of the Falcon yet. And I think I know who I'm going to give it to. I'll give it to someone later when I do a group level up of things. And we've got... that is a random book I don't care about. Okay, so another 20 grand. Gladly take it. And give me that pry bar. Thank you. You don't need that. Put it into the stash. Put it into the stash. Thank you. Also, I think we have a few food and drinks that we can put up. Oh, not that. There we go. Fresh fruit. And then we have all the drinks. That's +3. That connects to that. That is +3. That is also +3. That is +0. Okay, we're good. Right, let's get out of here. So, with regards to all the quests we have, return to Oreo Kawiki to finish things there. Speak with Captain Aldiz for the Principe. Director Castol. We need Hatsura at Imperial Command at the Brass Citadel. And return to Oreo Kawiki. Still don't know where the Vampire Lord one is. Give me a moment. Okay, something we'll need to do later. I was wrong about something I made a guess at, clearly. Anyway, I think the first thing we're gonna do is head up to Oreo Kawiki. Right up here. Everything else down here is still... oh, hello. Crookspur is a sliver of land at your back when you see a fleet approaching. They are Rawatayan warships, bristling with cannons and moving at high speed. They near you, and a familiar figure doffs his cap and raises his voice in greeting. Watcher, is that really you? Kana Rua grins at you with unabashed delight, shouldering past the ship's bewildered captain to lean over the railing of the ship for a better look. Kana! I should have known I'd find you out here. Anywhere that's anywhere worth seeing, I know you'll turn up. And with my sister! Are you enjoying life as an adventurer, Maya? What would Mother say? She'd say there isn't enough ocean between us yet. What are you doing here? Singing the troops to sleep? Maya grins across at him. Ishiza perches on the railing and lets out a joyful squawk. Like baby lambs! Armed, dangerous, smelly little lambs. Kana waves a hand at Ishiza, waggling his fingers. Ah, it's good to see you. I really did miss you, you know. All of our adventures. Which is why I knew you weren't dead. The Lady of Kadnua killed? Nonsense. After, what, escaping that collapsing ice cavern? Defeating a dragon hewn out of solid Adra? Thwarting the gods themselves? Kana, I sailed across the world to escape your battle. Maya points at him and lifts her brow in warning. Only for you to be squished by a giant foot? Absurd. That's not how the story goes. Where have you been? What else? What else? Chronicling everything that happens. They weren't keen on my coming here, but I made a fuss, and, well, who's going to tell the Emperor's favorite chanter he can't go off to war? Stick around long enough and Rawatai will run out of parchment. Brevity, man. Maya chuckles into her hand. Won't the Lore College be surprised to hear your name again? They'll call it contrived! But the truth is, sometimes life really is that strange. Yeah. I have to go. Do take care of her, Maya! Remember, you're supposed to be the responsible one. I'll keep him out of open water. Never you worry, you great big coward. Maya grins across at Kana. The captain finally manages to push his way to the railing and bows stiffly at the waist. Clear skies, Laniara, and well done. We'll see to the port's defenses. The Rawataian soldiers gathered on deck wear heavy brigandine and blades that glint and flash at their sides. They look ready for anything. Who are you? We're the Rukapa. We served as the Ranganui's most skilled warriors. The troops behind him cross their arms in unison. Kana follows suit a few seconds later, grimacing sheepishly. Atsura didn't mention any Rawataian ships. He looks uncomfortable. I would not presume to know Atsura Nui's business. My orders are to secure the port against pirates and slavers. The captain of the lead vessel bows as his ship draws up alongside yours. Oh, we've already read that. Calm seas, farewell. He crosses his forearms over his chest as his ship pulls away. Alright then. Right, let's return over to the Wahaki and report in. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We want to head up to Oriokoiki. And... come on. Damn it. There we go. Fortunately, it'll be relatively easy to get through this. Right, let's head over here, take this up. And go report in up here. We had no intention of killing the Wahaki. Especially not for slavers, which is probably what was intended here. Okay, head on up. I come bearing wonderful news, Ruasare.
Crookspur is a blight on the archipelago. I pray that Ngati drags the island down with both claws. What say?
I came to discuss your slaver problem. Her eyes brighten with joy. Ruasare steps closer and embraces you roughly, clapping your back.
What say? If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would hear of it.
Master Kua is dead. His business is finished.
While Onakaza plays at diplomacy, we are the spear in the guts of our enemies.
Nodding to herself, Ruasare looks you up and down, weighing something unspoken.
Tell Onakaza that the Wahaki accept her authority. If the time comes when she needs to show foreigners the breadth of her power, we will be there. The hospitality of the Oaxaca is yours. Respect our ways, and cause no trouble.
Of course. Glad to help. And with that, we can get out of here. Now we should probably report into the pirates. That should be relatively simple, I think. A big run over before a quick sailing. Oh, you know what? Everyone get over there, please. Well, I think actually... Okay, we didn't need all of us, but good enough. Head on over this way. And head back to the ship. There we go. Now, let's head down to Fort Deadlight and report in. Is it a long sail? Yes, but we can get there quickly enough. Okay. Overall, things are going relatively well. We'll see if this is a... I mean, it was definitely the right thing to do to deal with the slavers this way. All of the defections had something to do with the slavers. Some wanted the slavers dealt with, some did not like the slavers. Regardless, we took care of them. Getting closer. And there's the fort.
Are you ready to meet our
Lead on. Thank you for taking us through. Perfectly fine. Now, let's speak with her and inform her that we took care of the slavers.
I'm a sucker for a handsome face. The more battle-scarred, the more beautiful I see. But what can I do, you lovesome?
Crookspur's a done deal.
Aye, and well done too. Most of the prisoners have pledged to cruise in my fleet. You did a fine thing, Captain. Don't think I'll soon forget it.
She rubs her thumb over the swollen net around her neck, mist-colored eyes looking you up and down. Her lips quirk in a sly smile.
You're real good for business. So, here's to hoping our wakes cross again someday.
Ooh. +1 perception, 5% of hits converted to crits with ranged weapons, and 10% action speed with daggers, rapiers, and stilettos. Interesting. Very interesting.
Until then, you can trust that I'll be in touch when I need you.
She tips her hat obligingly, then downs a goblet of God's Killer rum that had been sitting on the desk behind her.
Got something for? I'm all ears. As you wish, love.
Looks like we don't have anything else regarding Ferrante. So we can get out of here. To the court. I think this is a way out. Okay. So, I believe next we should head back to town. Back to Nekataka and report in everything there. Because I don't believe... We still have the Lost Grimoire. I know now where to go for that. Clearing out Crookspur, so that's dealt with. Return to the Director, and Fruitful Alliance. We also have Harbinger's Watch and the main quest. We've got DLC content that we need to work on dealing with soon. I'm surprised. I know where one of them is, but we can't get onto the island for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, head on over. Into the port. And by that, I mean onto the ship. We could go to Dunnage and report into Ferrante, but we should actually head up this way. Head back to Nekataka. I don't need to pick that up. It's probably not anything important. Okay, almost there. I'm going to do a quick swap. You're out. You're in. Now then. We are going to go... I know I'm clicking the wild mare here, but that's only because I need to report in nearby. And I want to do it before it closes, because I fucking hate that they actually have hours. Please tell me I can actually go in. Please. Damn it, they're closed! Fine then. I discovered there's a wait button, so we're gonna wait until it opens. Let's try there. Right. Now you're open. Friggin' hours being a thing. These guys aren't going to be too happy about me. That is unfortunately going to be a given. They're just going to have to deal because I ain't dealing with freaking slavers. Oh, and you should be there. Okay, and... this way? Listen, buddy, I like you, but I ain't dealing with slavers, Castol.
Watcher, what can I do for you?
I went to Crookspur for Ferrante.
Ah, yes, that business. What became of it?
Castol busies himself with polishing his spectacles. The slaves are free.
I see. I'm certain you had your reasons.
They're free to choose their own path, as it should be.
I see. Then may they come to happy fates. Certainly the company's fate is no happier for it. What's done is done. Clearly you handled matters as you saw fit. There are worthier tasks ahead of us.
Indeed.
Watcher, what...
Is that all you have for me? Okay then. So we have no other quests there. Let's move on. We'll head east and report down in the south first, to the Rawatayans. He may be disappointed, but he can't argue that I wasn't doing the right thing by freeing slaves. If he does, that would be a bad... that would be a bad...
in this harsh environment, you must concede that.
They were before they gave their territory to the Valians.
Forget that I spoke.
Well, okay then. But yes, if the company was saying we approve of slavery, that wouldn't necessarily be a good thing. It wouldn't look good for the company, now would it? Alright, lower level this time. I think that's finally the right level to actually speak with Atsura. Oh. Folding his arms, Takehu opens his mouth to speak but stops himself. He bites his lower lip and regards Maya thoughtfully.
Stop acting like a fish out of breath and say what's on your mind already.
Maya's tone causes Ishiza to perk at attention. Maya, play nice.
He's been staring like this for hours. Get it off your chest, kid.
The dignity of the tribes runs through your blood, I say. But you disrespect our people at every turn.
Takehu stares Maya down. She meets his gaze with a slow nod.
Someone told me the water shapers controlled their emotions better than this. Guess they were off. If what I say disturbs you, ask yourself why before you paint me as the hypocrite.
Maya shakes her head and lets out an airy breath through her nose. I'm gonna let them fight, see what they have to say about this.
All the powers of Aora have rallied against us. Akera, it is a disgrace that one of our own should join them at the vanguard.
I can't decide if you're upset because I'm some kind of race traitor, or because the Huana are an embarrassment to these isles.
Let's just try and stay focused on why we're here. That goes for you too, Maya.
While we stand around wasting all this time, a god probably just stepped on Fish Boy's village. Wait, Takeyu, I didn't mean...
Covering his mouth, Takeyu turns away and squeezes his eyes shut, stifling a sound of anguish that rises from his throat. A shadow passes over Takeyu's skin and his hair begins to drip ink. What starts as a trickle increases in volume until steady, black rivulets cascade down his neck and shoulders like a wall of tears. Never seen that happen before. You alright?
I'm fine.
He speaks into his hands, avoiding your gaze.
It's just ink. Normally, I am able to control it. But in times like these...
He gestures off into the distance, silently pleading for a change of topics as he chokes back something unsaid. Maya frowns, but does not speak up.
They weren't that bad.
And somehow he leveled up from that. Okay, point in Arcana, point in Metaphysics. And this is his final level. While one of these spells would be interesting, I think I'm going to give you the third level of Wild Stroke Frenzy Corrode. Yeah, Wild Strike Corrode. And of course you want another one of these things. You don't have a single range... Well, no, you have rods. I don't even know or care if, Here, take a hunting bow. Sure, I'm never gonna swap that out. Alright.
Rhyming Hazanui
Atsura.
with clear skies.
The slavers are gone from Crookspur.
Justice at last. We've done a good thing. You've done a good thing.
He clasps you by the shoulders and tries out a warm smile. It almost looks real.
Please, accept this on behalf of the Hazanui and myself. You've been invaluable to us.
He watches your expression as he presents your payment, deciding what to say.
Karu is currently monitoring matters in Sayuka. But I'm certain she'll call on you when she has need of you.
Not so fast. I passed a fleet of Rauatayan ships headed to Crookspur. His careful expression falters, his eyes bulging and mouth slack. The slip only lasts a moment, but it's like seeing a curtain ripple before a gutted and scorched room. He chuckles weakly as he recovers.
Forgive me. I meant no slight to you, but I was not expecting them so soon. I'm sorry I could not tell you about them, but Karu is most protective of her ships, and Nekataka rides with loose tongues.
So what are your ships doing in Crookspur? He fidgets and squirms, looking as though you're about to pull one of his teeth. At last, he sighs and spreads his hands.
The Rukapa are our finest warriors, on land or at sea. We had to secure Crookspur against further attacks from the slavers. Or pirates. The Principi continue to bicker amongst themselves. And a restless beast is a dangerous one. We must be ready.
Funny you didn't mention them before. He brushes this off with a wave of his hand, but his smile looks strained.
These days, Deadfire is like an old Valian wedding feast. Everyone is obsessed with relative position and quick to take offense. I sent you precisely to avoid the kind of uproar that would arise. Now, what else can I do for you?
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are or what you believe in. He watches you with that blank but thoughtful stare you've come to recognize. In the tiny movements of his eyes, you can see him sizing you up, deciding how much to tell you. At last, he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence? One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel. Every word we've ever spoken, Everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, as though these notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds.
But this will remain.
He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework and around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corners of his eyes. Let me look at that again. I see. Okay, I understand. Even these things will crumble eventually. He tilts his head. It's almost a concession.
Consider the work of the Engwithans. How much of it stands? How much has shaped our way of life? The key is to build well. But you and I have much to do, and little time to discuss philosophy.
Very well then.
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazanui.
Alright, with that, let's head out of here, and we have one more person to report into before I end the episode. Not the stream, just the episode. Alright, down to the exit here. And now... we head to... Honestly, I don't think it really matters. I think Sacred Stair is closer, so it's a faster run. Alright, head up the east exit to Serpent's Crown, Kahanga Palace rooftop, where we report in to the Queen that we did exactly what she requested of us. Oh, Queen.
My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki.
The Queen raises her brow.
Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
Onikaza rests her chin on her fist and studies you. You can look forward to Wahaki's support when the need arises.
You have united the Huana with our missing limb.
For once, she allows herself a deep and genuine smile of gratitude.
Prayer and the wisdom of Kohopa will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time. Speak freely.
Alright. And that is that reported in. And with that, I think we can end this episode here. Again, not the stream, just the episode. Next episode... I think there's somewhere else that I kind of want to go. We don't really have much in the ways of quests or exploration left. Aside from, you know, trying to deal with the most powerful of foes in some regions. But I think I do know one area that I overlooked because I thought it was part of a quest that clearly is not part of a quest, and we need to go and clear out. So I think we'll head there next. And we'll need to change our group a bit. Get our people set up. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. I'll send in his fly. That is Laniara, Palagina, Joti, Maya, and Takehu. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. And I shall see you all next time.